Rusty's Crypto Cave here, and thanks to you guys, we have done it. We hit 1,000 subs over the last couple of days, and so you know what that means? Time to give this away. This is the Gigabyte Gaming OC. There's all kinds of reflections and stuff. Gaming OC white 8GB 2070 Super. So we're going to be giving this puppy away. I think I figured out what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a test live stream this upcoming Sunday. I'll see when like Panda and Rabbit are streaming and work around it. I'm not going to do it at the same time. And then the giveaway live stream will be on March 31st. So I'm going to schedule all that stuff and we'll get that figured out. But in the meantime, let's get into today's video. Oh, and also today marks my 1 year anniversary. So we hit 1,000 subs before 1 year. Alrighty, today's video we are going to talk about Meowcoin, and they recently had a hard fork on Monday, I believe it was around 6 p.m. Eastern time. They actually had a hard fork to change algorithms. They switched from Kapow to Meowpow, and it's a little bit more efficient. I did change the overclocks and stuff like that. I only have one rig on it at 1660 Ti's. I'm kind of using that as like a spec mining rig type deal. So I'm mining Meowcoin with it now, and that is one of the two rigs that I still have on Hive OS. So as you can see, I had the Hive OS page here pulled up. I was messing around with some overclocks, so we could go in and take a look at some of the overclock settings I've been messing around with. Haven't done a whole lot, but this is going to be blinding. So let me turn this. That will help a little bit. But I basically just tried 3 different settings. Stock with a core offset just to increase the core a little bit. Power. All of them have been power limited to 90. And it shows you the power usage in the software. I don't have... these are not in... what's this faces? Coinminerz. These are an open air rig. I can actually pull up... at the wall, because I do have this attached to a Wemo device, so I could use that, but just to be consistent and make it easy, I was just using the software reading just to kind of see what the efficiencies and stuff were. But what it is currently running at now, let me pull this over. I'm logged into Putty, so I'll slide this into here, and so we can kind of see what's going on. It's showing it's using 662 watts right now in the software. And this is saying it is using 811 watts right now. So I'm going to screenshot this, save that, so I'll upload that in the video. And I'll see if you can see that. Might be able to see it. It's going to be hard, but... Now this is 811 watts at the wall. That's on the Wemo device, which is a smart outlet. Have on it. They bought them on Amazon. I don't even think they sell them anymore, which is kind of sucks because I like those because you can export CSV files with all your power usage and stuff, and that's how I've been tracking all my power usage on my 110 outlets for taxes and all that type of fun stuff. So, but. It is what it is. So let's go back in here. One thing I've noticed, and I've talked to somebody else about it too, and they've had the same issue. Seems like, I don't know if it's a minor issue, difficulty issue, pool issue, whatever it is, but the miner disconnects from the pool every so often and then reconnects. Because I use the MinerBox app on my phone to monitor a lot of stuff, and it's blowing me up with notifications. It gets kind of annoying, but I tried to switch pools to see if that was it, and there's not a whole lot of pools out there. I'm trying not to use Wooly Pulley, but Wooly Pulley is still up there. It says Miner Pool here but I tried to connect to them, and they are not. It just rejected shares. all the time. So every single share was rejected. So all the hash rate that's on there isn't doing anything. So people check your miners if you're still on Meowcoin on Meowpow. So I haven't tried Woolly Pool yet. I did use them in the past a long time ago, but right now I am currently on Coinminerz. Actually, that reminds me. Oops, sorry to flash bang it. But let's get this over here with Meowcoin. And go to pools. Sorry, I should have had this all pulled up already. Where the hell's Meowcoin at? Radiant. Purecoin. There it is. And then let's get my Meowcoin address, flight sheet. We're going to copy that. It should find it because I am on there. Unless it's doing that goofy nonsense again. And 92 accepted shares. Could be job received at 12:53:50. It's 12:54. A minute ago I shouldn't have showed disconnected already, but we'll see. Turn that plugin off on this site because it makes it kind of goofy. Yeah, so they had a port change. Let's see. My miner should definitely pull up here. That is for sure. Oh, I know why. 'Cause I'm solo mining. That's why I was looking for the shared pool. Let's go into my miner. This is running kind of slow, but yeah, so showing I'm currently connected right now. I've been paid 11,800. 11,880 Meowcoin so far. I have a balance owed of 5,940, which is probably gonna be 59.39 is what the payouts have been. And then there's an immature block of one immature block. So I did. There's what 4 blocks there, 5, 6. Did hit 7 blocks so far since the fork Monday night using SRB miner, multi-miner, and Hive here. When I first switched over, I did have to do the custom miner and all that stuff, but they actually, Hive OS did an update and added the new SRB miner, so you don't have to worry about doing that whole custom stuff. So, and these are the clocks I am running. It's the core clock is locked at 1470. Memory clock is offset by 5 plus 500. That Keep Alive True is in the config generator thing that was on Coinminerz website, so I just left it there. Don't know what it does, whatever. But as you can see, I gotta turn this thing back on. The most efficient setting so far is the 1470 core clock with the plus 500 memory and a core offset of 90, and power is right around 81 watts in the software. Hash rate 17.81 for an efficiency of 219 kilohash per watt. One thing that I did want to try, so actually we could probably even pop in here and do it. I just wanted to bump up the memory offset a little bit. See, this stupid thing makes this miner, or that plugin makes the websites that are already in like a dark mode kind of dumb. But we're gonna just bump the memory offset up a little bit. I wanted to test to see if it made a difference, because from what I've heard and read so far, Meowpow is more memory dependent. So we're gonna see what happens here. So we're gonna log back in. Oh, I was already logged in. Just had to get back into the miner. Applying the overclocks. Yeah, so I just get the notifications that the hash rate dropped to 0 and workers changed to 0. But We're just reconnected, so it should reconnect right away. It's already received the job. DAG is created. And let's see what we get here. See if maybe we could get this a little bit over 18 mega hash for the 1660 Ti's. Because on regular Kapow, I was probably right around 14, 15, I think it was. Mega hash on straight Kapow. So I'm going to accept the chair. And this is showing 18.42 if you see in there in Hive OS. I'm going to wait for a readout here in the miner itself. I'm going to check on the Wemo app for miner or for the power usage. Showing 810. If it's going to focus, I don't know if you can be able to focus and see. Hash rate 18.32. Power usage of 663 for the whole rig. And what I was doing in that spreadsheet, I was just basically doing 663 for the whole rig divided by 8 cards, 82.875. But I'm gonna let it settle out here for a bit and see what the hash rate settles out at. The hash rate will probably stay the same, I think. Maybe drop slightly on the next update. But I think it's gonna stay over 18 mega hash, so we'll have to see. Hopefully the dogs don't carry on. The township just drove up in a truck to probably pick up some of the branches and trees that fell down. Don't think the 2 dogs noticed because they're sleeping on the couch right in front of me. Let's go back to here. That's showing 18.27 now. And I dropped to 18.27. Powers of 666. And the dogs heard him go to check out and see what the hell's going on. Now, I did notice an SRB miner when this GPU auto-tune does complete, it seems like the hash rate does drop a little bit. So this might drop down in like the 18.15 or something like that. So we'll see what happens with the next update. Hopefully the dogs don't get too loud. They're staring at me now. 18.1. Alrighty. And watts of 667. So 667 divided by 8 is 83.375. So in the meantime, I'm going to let that go. I'm going to jump back over to the spreadsheet here. 83.375. Power limit was still at 90. Core offset is 90. 600 there. 1470 there. And hash rate still at 18.1. So yeah, we got a little bit of hash rate increase, but also a little bit of power increase. So yes, not as efficient. So 1470 and 500 looks like it's gonna be the better way to do it. So we lost a tiny bit of efficiency there. So it's more efficient than 1500 core. Next step I might try is maybe lowering the core a little bit more and see if that does anything. Let's see, yeah, we're still back at 18.09 watts up to 673. So yeah, so it looks like that way we lost a little bit of efficiency, but I'm going to mess around with this more and fine tune it and things like that. But this kind of give you an idea of a starting point, and it's kind of more similar to ETH overclocks is what I'm getting kind of so far. As the I don't know if I'm going to try and test out all my cards on it, but as far as like the 1660 Ti's, you can kind of get a general idea as far as if you're used to overclocking different cards, what you'll need to do on say like a 3070 or something like that, or any other cards. You could just there's notifications now for the miner reconnect it. But it's going to be very similar to ETH, so lower the core, add to the memory offset. I didn't try locking a memory speed, that might be the next thing I could try. I can mess around with stuff, but for the most part, the hash rate's increased compared to Kapow, and the efficiency is slightly, it is a little bit more efficient from what I'm gathering. It's supposed to be like, I don't know if they said like 40% more efficient, whatever it is, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess probably if I would maintain the same hash rate, it probably would be more efficient, but I'm kind of using right around the same power usage on the cards, and getting more hash rates. So probably probably a little bit less power usage and more hash rate. So maybe about 3.5 more mega hash and 7 less watts. So, which I guess 7 less watts on a basis of 80 to 90 is a little bit less than 10%, but so I guess it's not too bad. So, but anyway, that's what we got going on there. I am going to flip back over to Coinminerz. Turn that reader off. And, oh, I should probably mute this tab too, because this is going to... They have all kinds of like little notifications and audio notifications, like when a block is found by the pool. So by anybody finding a block, it gives you a notification. So it's kind of neat, but it's also kind of annoying too. So, but anyway, this is where we're sitting on the 1660 Ti's on Meowpow. I actually might play around with a rig too on fish hash and just see what I could do as far as how to tune that. As far as maybe I'll put a rig on that as well, because right now I do have, like I said, the 1660 Ti's are on Meowcoin, and then we go back into Hive OS. The only other rig that's in Hive OS here is my 3070 Ti rig that is still on a lithium, and then we go into MMPOS. 3080s are on a lithium. 2070s are still on Dynex, so that didn't change. I did change my 2080 Ti's over to Radiant. So they're mining Radiant right now at 8.47 gigahash. So we go in here. And if we look at some of the overclocks and stuff, core is locked at 1455. Memory locked is locked at 810. And just trying to think what I did here. Placeholders. Okay, yeah. Memory offsets 150. Oh, that didn't take. All right. That's odd. That 1455 took, but didn't take. Oh, I bet you I know why. So the memory clock is locked at 810 there. I bet you I never cleared that. Yep, never cleared those out. That's why. So, all right, it's running. It's working. Who cares? And as you see, all the other rigs are still on a lithium. Because I do have a lithium goal I want to hit, and I'm not there yet. Probably, I think I'm 1,000 away from where I want to be at. But I'd like to try to get there before ASICs hit the network. But then part of me also wants to run Radiant too and get a nice bag of Radiant too before the halving, because Radiant does have a halving coming up. So I do want to build my bag of Radiant there. Dynex, I'm kind of happy where my bag of Dynex is at. A little more won't hurt. I'm kind of close to a payout too, so I may move the 2070s onto something else after I get the most recent Dynex payout, because I do have a pretty substantial bag of Dynex. I mean, it's not huge, but probably around 1,500 or so. So that I believe is going to be enough for now. And if I want to add to it later, I can always add to it later. But the main goal is trying to get to that lithium number. Just trying to get to where I want to be there. And then maybe I'll mess around and because the 2070s are fairly efficient cards, so I may even use those to spec mine something else. Not sure what. I have a little bit of core that I have that I swapped over from Carlson back in like November, December when Carlson was popping off. I don't think I have any Pyron. I think I sold all the Pyron that I mined and directly swapped it into Neoxa. Same thing with the Carlson. I might have a couple hundred Carlson left on Trade Ogre if I didn't get hacked in that account or whatever. But I did leave it on the exchange there just because I didn't download the core wallet. Then what else? But some of these other smaller, newer projects I didn't really mess around with, just because I never set up a computer yet to do VMs, to do core wallets on the VMs and stuff yet. That's another project that I want to work on, and I still have to do that, trying to decide what kind of hardware and stuff I want to run. I was kind of originally thinking of using that 2700X to run the machine, but if you see my other video, that's not going to happen with that one. So maybe I'll just buy like a little small like mini PC. I've seen some decent looking AMD based machines that I would think would work pretty good to run VMs on, just for core wallets. So that'll be a topic for a future video. But this was pretty much just about Meowcoin and the fork and some hash rates that I'm getting, and we're smashing some pussy blocks. So this says, let's see what this says here. Block words. I've hit more than this in the last. I don't know if this is just showing the last 24 hours or something like that, but or the last day. Not sure, but you can see there. Like I said, I've been paid just under 12, so that's about that's 4 blocks there. There's 2 sitting here that they owe me, and another one that is not confirmed yet. So they'll be paid out sometime today. The only thing I don't like about Coinminerz custom payout, you can only max it out at 5,000. So that's basically 2 blocks. So every 2 blocks we'll get a payout. On Miner Pool, I did have it set to 20,000 Meowcoin, just so it won't be getting paid out so often. Because the more often I get payouts, the more taxable transactions they are, or taxable events, and there's more shit that you got to log and all that stuff. So it is what it is. I'll have to deal with it, and maybe I'll check out like Wooly Pooly or our plant and see if like that. Even though our plant is kind of like a shitty pool, I really don't like the interface. So Coinminerz has a nice interface, a bunch of different features and stuff. I wish they even warn you here too, by setting a higher payout, you do so at your own risk, blah, 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 blah. In case worst case event scenario ever happened and the pool would shut down, you wouldn't lose as much coin. So I understand that part of it, but like I was saying, I would also like to be able to just reduce the number of taxable events and stuff that I have to worry about logging and transacting and all that fun stuff. So in the meantime, I'm just going to keep messing around with this, and let's see if I can fine-tune these cards a little bit more and get a little bit better hash rate. And if I mess around with the 2080s or the 2070s on this too, I'll kind of update this spreadsheet and share it in a future video or so. But I have a couple of other videos that I want to work on yet too. I want to do an update on my Caspa miners and like the KS2 and the KS0s. KS0s are pretty much paid off essentially. And then the KS2, I'll give an update on there, the progress of the break even on that. I also want to do an update on the mobile Wi-Fi miners for Helium, because there was some drastic reduction in rewards for those. So they're not making as much. They're still making some mobile, but not as much. And also recently I'm having an issue with claiming the coins in the wallet, which apparently was a common issue for a while. So I guess I had to figure out how to get that to work, because I wanted to swap some over to Solana on Saturday, which I guess is probably good that I didn't, and I'll be able to get it for cheaper and be able to pick up a little bit more Solana with the recent price drop. So that's a couple things I'm going to work on for future videos. So until then, next one will probably be Sunday, and probably will be a live stream. So I'm going to try to post it on Saturday as far as timing of it. Going to guess anywhere between 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., somewhere in there, Eastern time, somewhere in that range. I'm going to mess around and figure out how to get everything set up. If I can just use OBS or you have to use something else, we'll figure that out. We'll go from there. But we'll figure that out this Sunday. So it'll kind of be like a test stream just to kind of make sure everything's up and working. And then that way, when I do the live stream the following weekend for the giveaway, everything should go smoothly. Fingers crossed. You know how that works. That shit never happens. So until then, we'll catch you later.